Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, the Fake Drinker, on the behalf of Indie Comics Jones, who is packing for his trip to California. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes. So, this is for November or January arrival at your local comic book store. I'm not as prepared as we've seen Indy in the past when he does his prepare. So we're just going to skip ahead and just guess. We're looking mostly at number ones. We don't really care about all the other crap, but I'll go straight to the beginning of Image here. Starting with the Image, Aerosmith, Beyond Enemy Lines, 1 of 6. This is a what we call a speed run, but if it's anything like the DC Connects we did earlier, there's going to be a dearth of project that's number 1. 1 of 6 here. Kurt Busiek is our writer on this action-packed. Let's look at some of the action-packed interiors here. We have a man sleeping, a man shaving, a man getting some coffee, a man walking, and a man talking. So it looks to be very packed with excitement. Oh, here's some more. More talking and eating and drinking coffee. Some birds flying above. I guess they're dragons. He's dragon is biting his glove. A man yelling. Everybody training, jogging. There you go. There's some footsteps. And more jogging. So, looks to be quite this thrilling book. Joe Hill's Reign, number 1 of 5. Joe Hill and David M. Booher. As you can see here, it looks like there's some kind of beam going through the two participants here as they engage perhaps in a lesbian love affair. The kind that Tatiana and I like to watch. This is Fake Drinker, by the way, not the Critical Drinker. If you're just tuning in now. Fake Drinker. There you go, soaking that interior art. Outstanding. Oh, she gives herself a tattoo, it looks like. Very crazy stuff. And we have the return of Soga. Soga number 55 from Fiona Staples. The writer is Brian K. Vogue. So if you've been waiting for this, it's here. And look, it's all the bevy. I swear, the plethora of variant covers. Please feel free to pause at any time if you want a longer look on your PC. It'd be very tough to see it on your phone. Bolero number 1 of 5. This is coming out from Wyatt Kennedy. And it looks to be quite the exciting thing as he's swallowing a bug. I'm not sure what's going on in this cover. Again, a very exciting interiors here as we see someone thinking thoughts and laying on a hood of a car with a masculine man there. All right, let's move on. Ooh, this action is giving me a stiffy. Ah, yes. This will sell books, let me tell you. Looks like she broke up some Roquefort cheese there. There's some more Roquefort cheese breaking up. But we don't know what's going on. Next, Monkey Meat, 1 of 5. Juniba is the artist writer on this. There you go, and here's the variant cover. Food cans, maybe not variant cover, just a I'll zoom in here in case you'd like to read about monkey meat, get a little bit more of a taste for what's coming up. 99% real ape. Oh, and now we get some interior art. What looks very exciting is they have monkeys in a cannery. And Monkey Meat Island. Very exciting. I must say, it looks like January is going to be a very slow month at the comic book store. Okay, now it looks like we're in the regular one, so I'm going to go a little faster as we ply through this. Noctura starts her second arc there. Monstrous is out. If you're into Sweet Paprika, 7 of 12. Aerosmith Volume 1, so it looks like that other Aerosmith is a new arc, if you will. I do miss the art board. This one is just too glary. Firepower. Alright, that looks like all the new floppies, unless I come across something very quickly. I think that's, what's this, Generation Image? You can take a look at all these great new artists. Look at the young faces we're seeing here. So talented. Writing such exciting books. Frontiersman. Alright, enough of that. Let's go to the next one, which will be Dark Horse. See if we get the front of this. Dark Horse. Matt Kint, Tyler Jenkins, Apache Delivery Service, 1 of 4. The Horrors of War. Get you a little close-up of that. Oh, that is horror. Horror, horror, horror. You know, there was a book come out from Behemoth that was Vietnam horror that was very horror. I would recommend that if you want to see something. Mike Mignola, The Sword of the Hyperborea. There you go. Let's get a look at that cover. There's your variant. There's some interior art. Once again, there's a lot of action as we see that flame dancing around. Okay. Now, are we already out of number ones? Boy, there is just nothing new coming out in January. They must be totally bankrupt for ideas. All right, let's move on to IDW. Usagi Yojimbo, Lone Goat and Kid number 1, Stan Sake. There you go there. Everybody's favorite rabbit, Lupus Samurai. Star Wars, The High Republic Galactic Bake Off Special. 48 pages. Alan Moore, 25th Anniversary, Voice of Fire. Certified Cool by IDW themselves. And that looks like all the specials and number 1 floppies for IDW. Okay. Moving ahead, we'll spend some time in Dynamite because they always have some very provocative covers. Hell Sonia number 1. Written by Christopher Hastings. The Hell Sonia, you say. I'll get some of that glare out there so you get a better look at it. Yes. There's some more. This one's quite descriptive cover. And then there's a little interview with our Christopher Hastings, if you want to pause and read that. Panther, that was on the cover here, number 1. Tom Snowatsky, I'm sorry. So Panther appears to be a She-Ra or jungle woman of some type, depending on your depiction. And there we go, there's a little interview, in-depth interview with Sinowski and Janine Atchison. There's some interior art. I'll go zoom in as close as I dare. Once again, not a lot of action depicted these. All right, we'll kind of go a little faster now. The Unholy Vampire, Dracula. Of course, Dynamite has the exclusive. I'm trying to get the glare going so you get a better look at that. Indie Comics Jones had the best setup before. Now he's got a setup that sucks. Evil Ernie number 2. The follow-up to Evil Ernie number 1. Scott Lobdell. Dresden Files, Jim Butcher's Bigfoot hardcover. Okay, we might be done already with Army of Darkness. Elvira meets Vincent Price, Invincible Sonia. I'm not seeing any spectacular covers in this. Maybe we'll have to wait until we get to Jennifer Blood. Until we get to Betty Page. Nyx number 3. If you're following that, it's kind of like a short-haired power girl. Get you a little look there. We'll soak that in. Red Sonia, black, white, red. Taking a cue from the Marvel and DC series, which feature just monochromatic depictions of their superheroes. Purgatory, number 4. Sheena, not She-Ra, that's who I was thinking of. Here you go, there's Sheena. Like we've never seen her before. Vampirverse. Everybody's got a verse these days, even Spawn now. Alright, let's go to Boom, see if they have anything new. Cursed Pirate Girl, The Devil's Cave, number 1. Jeremy Bastian. Not loving that cover. Can't tell what it is. But it's the Devil's Girl, the Pirate Girl, Devil's Cave. Very intricate interiors. I don't know if they'll be black and white when the regular version comes out. But they're really pushing this book hard, it would seem. I think what really would help Boom if they hired Heather Antos. Angel number 1 of 8, Christopher Cantwell. I felt like I just read something from Christopher Cantwell and I cannot think of what it was, but it was pretty good. Buffy. Okay. Nothing new here. These are continuing series. So let's just go ahead and pop on over to the next one, which is Ablaze. And they have nothing new. As I'm looking at these hardcovers, recommend. This is a big recommend. Final issue, number 10. So he's not going further than 10. Terry Moore is wrapping up at number 10. We've been following it. It's been a very good, well-written book. The art in it is very good. Just beautiful sequential art all the way through it. I cannot recommend it enough. It's coming out with number 10. That means the second trade will come out as well. First one featured the first 5 issues. Okay. Acme, Charlie and Humphrey, number 1. Looks like a kid's book. Ghoul Agency coming out from Action Lab. Newman, I believe that's Action Lab still 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Or Danger Zone, whichever one you prefer. There's a one-shot North Star coming out from Ad House Books. Aftershock. Bylines in Blood, number 1. Erica Shorts and Van Jensen. It looks to be some kind of pandemic or bad air movie or a comic. There's some interior art and variant covers. Dark Red, Where Roads Lead. Prestige format, Tim Seeley. I like some of Tim Seeley's writing. So that might be pretty good. 48 pages, $6.99. Oh, there's a tank in it. And skulls and blood. Might be worth a look. Okay. Looks like we are done with Aftershock's new ones. This is a speed run, so I am going fast. Nothing new from American Mythology. You should check out some of their books sometimes. They're pretty good. Anything new from Aspen? It's more repeats from Aspen, reprints. Featuring Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald. Excuse me. I've had a little bit of drink tonight, but not as much as the critical drinker usually drinks. And I was drinking tequila. Mixed in with a margarita. The Fourth Man, number 1. Coming out from Jeff McCosey. This is our upshot, who's been putting out some very fine books, if I might say so. I'm currently reading Not All Robots, which has been very good. That's a Mark Russell book. I was reading Moths, but Indie Comics Jones had to cancel his pull list since he's moving and going to a new state. Stealing Oz, number 1. Jeff Munson. This is coming out from Bad Kids Press. And Cheap Tricks, number 1 as well, by Stephen Coughlin. Oh, Frankenrocker and Jailbait Punks, number 1 from Roel Tormes. When the writing gets so small, it's hard for me to read. So I do the best I can. Which is more than I can say for my dialect. Okay, from Bliss on Tap Duel, number 1. This is Curtis Martins. Sorry, the camera is not keeping up with the rest of what's going on. don't know what this is. Here's the White River Monster coming out from Blood Moon Comics. Feel free to pause at any time. Boundless Comics. A lot of prudish women shown here in different turtlenecks. Different depictions. Lady Death, also part of the Boundless comic menagerie. Okay. I think this will be the last time I sit in for Indie Comics Jones. But this is really boring doing these. I hope you're enjoying it. Trying to find number ones is like impossible. Lady Death coming out from Coffin Comics, so he's double dipping with Boundless Comics. Cosmic Cataclysmic Majesty number 1, Brian Polito, and also Extinction Express from Lady Death, number 1 Premier Edition, Brian Polito. So Brian has been a very busy lad, double dipping with Boundless. From Blood number 1, James Why Not, and I believe that is Cosmic Times. Here's Happy Hill number 1 from Comics Tribe. You can see that very well. Go back. I'm neglecting the camera work on this. Usually it's up on a tripod. And you know the fake drinker, he's the human tripod. Ha ha! Alright, moving on here. Don't see anything that's number 1. These are all soft covers and hard covers and trades. And we're only at dynamic reprints. I'm not seeing anything. What's this here? Elephant Eater Comics, Coin Op Hanover, Ryan Clayton, One Hit Wonder over here, Fabrice Sapasco. Sorry if I butchered that one. Not sure what that's all about. But you can order it and it'll be available in January. Here we go. Here's a little One Hit Wonder. Fabrice Saplasky. Coming out from Fair Square Comics. Here's a number 0 from Fantaco Enterprises. Deep Red. Chaz Bolan. The Critical Drink is beginning to lose his voice a bit here, so I'm hoping I can finish this up quickly. But the number 1s are just not popping out on me. I need more power. I'm giving it everything I got. But there's nothing in here. This must be the trade paperback issue of Diamond Previews. There's just not a lot in here. It's making my noggin hurt. Bonnier, the Aromatic from Keen Spot Entertainment. Junior High Horrors, Karate Kai, number 1. Take a look at that. Orange Blossom Monkey Clan #1. What's going on here? Looks like she got surprised. All right. Silver Streak. Wonder if that has anything to do with the blue flame. They got to get together. All right. This is getting to be quite the grind. And we're only in the M's. Urgh. Only press. Oh my god. This looks like an exciting book. So buy this one. It's called Chef's Kiss. This is what they're cooking up at Only Press. This Chef's Kiss. A quick and easy guide to asexuality. I'm not sure how Rick and Morty fits in with all of this. They're probably paying the bills for the rest of these books. Distorted #1 coming out from Scout Comics. Salvatore Visavanzio. I probably murdered that name. Like I'm about to murder a fifth of Jägermeister. Impossible Jones. No relation to Indie Comics Jones. This is #3 though. The Perhaps Nots Triangle #1. Get you in there. The Sartorial Geek #1. Looks a lot like Kelly Sue DeConnick. But I don't know if that's just a coincidence or... Nope, she's listed there. It's not a coincidence. It's a disaster. King Jiro one shot. There you go. Oh, Tales Be Told. Okay, Juniper #1. Speedrun. This is like the slowest speedrun in the histories of speedruns. Forsaken. There's #3. Menagerie. I used the word menagerie earlier today. Everything Sucks #1 from Silver Sprocket. Keep showing you this bare floor with junk all over it, but then it would be not a bare floor, would it? Just a messy floor. In the midst of moving. Oh boy. Okay, we are in S. Source Point. Let's see, got #1, Shelter Division, written by Bob Saley. There you go. Let's get another look at that real quick, because who knows when the next time we're going to see a #1 of anything from anyone. Cover of Darkness from Southport. There you go. Let's go over here. Written by George Michael. I thought he had passed on. Chris Kane. Or Cam, excuse me. It's hard trying to read right through a camera. All right, let's move on. Titan. Oh, Gun Honey. This is a recommend from Indie Comics Jones. Really liked issue 1. It's sold out from what I understand at the comic book store. It's probably going to be a surprise. Very well written, that first issue. Hopefully they can keep up the pace. And I believe it is written by a man. I think Indie Comics Jones reported that it was written by a woman, but it is a man. And you get an eyeful of the Gun Honey here. And here's some photo pack covers. Okay, moving on. Let's see if we can find some other new things. Titan. Back up a little so you get a better view of what I'm going through, the torture that I'm going through this. It's absolute torture doing these. Shadow Man. I think people watch this for about 30 seconds and I'm still putting them out. Like people are watching this all the way through. Nothing from Valiant. I think Heather Ontos left that in quite the distress. And they haven't published anything since. Nothing new coming out from Vault. They've been having some pretty good books lately too. So I think we have just Zenoscope left, if we can find that, if we can get to the Zenoscope. There we are. Issue 1 of 3, All Guts, No Glory. Looks like a buddy film. Ralph Tedesco. Grim Universe presents quarterly The Black Knight. And the Black Knight is looking pretty good. That's David Wool on the writing for that. Robin Hood, Home Sweet Home, Joe Brusha. Let's get Robin Hood in here. I have been reading Robin Hood. I've been enjoying it. I think there was only one arc or one shot that I didn't like. Van Helsing, Return of the League of Monsters. There you go, that. Belle Queen. It looks like a one shot oversized comic. Grimm Fairy Tales. Okay, we did it. And just in time, my battery is running low. All right, so there you have it. The fake drinker has gone through Diamond Previews. Thank you for stopping in and watching with me. Maybe having a little brew or scotch while I went through the previews. Hope you stayed awake. India will be back soon. He's just got a lot going on. So, rats, let's please like, please share, please leave comments if you wish. Please subscribe if you haven't. And the Critical Drinker is on the Critical Drinker, but this is the Fake Drinker. And he's on Indie Comics Jones, and Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes bids you adieu.